Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another tutorial. Today I have a 3D project to share with you. There's this beautiful milk bottle that I found at my local big box discount store, and I wasn't sure what I was going to put in it, but it's so heavy and beautiful that I thought something surely must go in it. And I tend to hang on to my paper, so I thought all those lovely bits of designer series paper would look beautiful inside that bottle, and I wouldn't feel bad about cutting some of the little scraps that I've been saving. I don't save all of my scraps, mind you. I do save a good amount though, and little bits of foil paper like what you see here are especially handy on small projects. I have various different papers that I have cut from the Delightful Daisy Designer Series paper, and here is the fabulous foil acetate sheets. They have silver color on one side and gold color on the other. There's lots of different things to do with this, and I thought it's just going to add the right amount of sparkle. To bring a variety of size down into the different bits inside the jar, I am cutting some smaller strips. This is some craft cardstock that is now retired, and the smaller that I cut this cardstock, look how nicely it curls up. And it doesn't just curl up, it stays curled up. So I had the idea to cut some very thin strips, and they curl very nicely together. So this is more of like a straw or confetti. It's really turning out to where I'm liking the things that are going to go in this jar. So I thought I would get out some of my retired sequins. Sometimes I get extra pieces in my paper pumpkin kit that I do not use, or I'm not able to use all the sequins before they retire. So I thought this is going to be a nice sparkly bit that I can add to the things that are in this jar. I'm just shoving all of them in now, not being careful at all. Paper is going to form itself to the space that it's in, and I'm not being cautious whatsoever. In fact, that's part of the fun with a project like this. So I'm adding one package of sequins, putting more paper in, and putting more sequins. I finally went and got one of my kitchen utensils to push all the pieces down far enough. And then I ended with adding even more sequins. And look how beautiful these sequins are. And they do settle in between all of the paper bits. They're shiny and bright, and this is a nice addition to a shelf in my craft room. I have the pretty label punch, and I wanted to make some kind of a little hanging medallion to go on the outside of the jar. So I'm taking a couple of different papers, and as you can see here, I wanted to just make a backing piece, and by slipping a strip of paper into that label punch, I'm able to get just the right curvature to where everything matches. And I'm going to use a piece of silver natural trim and another piece of that beautiful mini sequin trim. I can't get enough of using that. It is so beautiful. Since everything inside the jar is so sparkly, I thought it would be nice to give some sparkle on the outside as well. I used my handheld stapler to staple the two ribbon pieces together, and now, as you can see, I just use a little piece of glue to adhere this medallion onto the ribbon. This is a very simple project that can be changed out from season to season. This was an extremely inexpensive jar, so it's a nice way that you could even make a gift to give to somebody. It's a beautiful addition to your craft room. Thank you for joining me for this card tutorial. of the supplies that I used today are located in the video description. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day!